All right, so let's see how we can fix this order number issue. Now, if I come back to this place here, we don't actually need the order number here, because what we are doing here is we are getting the row number of each individual item, which we don't actually need. So let me remove that. Instead, what I will do is add the order number right at the top of the table here. So right here inside this div, I'm just going to add another div here, which I will say order number, order number, like that. And then I'm just going to add an item here. So this one is going to be order and then ID, like that. Okay, so order like that. And then the style, actually, instead of me having to add these styles here, I'm just going to change this into an H2 tag like that, so that it's nice and bold, and that should do it. So let's come back here for a second and see what happened. Refresh, and there we go. So order number 2 and so on. If that's too big, you can specify the font size, or you can change it to an H3 to make it a bit smaller. So let me check that, and there we go. So order number 2 and order number 1. So these are the details right here. Now the only thing missing here is a total, right? So we need that total here. And since we don't want to put any business logic inside our views, we will have to go back to our controller and do it from there. So this at this point is a perfect opportunity to actually get that total from all the details that we are gotten from here. Now, as we know, the total is gotten from the total column, right? That total column here. So if we add all the totals here, we get our answer. So that one is quite easy to create. We can simply add it as part of the details here as one of the items there. So what I will do is, once I get all the details, this is going to be an array of items in here, right? So what I will do is I will say array column. Let me do this and say totals, like that, is equal to array column. So let's see if array column is going to work here though. So I'm going to say the input is details, and then the column number is going to be the column name is going to be total, like that. So let me just see if I don't get okay, even though I get that, I would still fix it. So what I would do is, what this does is it gets all the columns that I need, which is from the total column there, and creates a new array. That's what array column does. It creates a new array which only contains one column, which is the totals. That's what I'm getting. And then what I want now is to have to say grand total, maybe something like this. Grand total is equal to array sum. We can use that to add all the numbers inside the array. So the array I'm going to use is totals, like that. And so once I have that grand total, I can simply add it to details as one of the columns. So here I'm just going to say actually it's one total for all of them, so I won't add it here. Instead, I'll add it to this section right here. So order key details is that, and then order key grand total is going to be equal to the grand total. Let's add it there, shall we? So let me see if I get any errors out of this. So if I go up here, I don't see no errors, so things worked out. So inside grand total is where the total is. So let's go to our view here And all we need to do is at the very end of the table, we're going to add another h3 there. So right t-body ends there, table, but we want it to be inside here, just after the for each loop. I'll put it there. So grand total like that is equal to, and then we're going to have our, it's going to be order grand total like that. So yeah, let's see that in action. Refresh, click. Okay, so we have our grand total over there. Wait a minute, what is this? Ah, so if I click on it, it disappears. So we will need to fix that. But this is the grand total here, which seems to be correct. Let me click on this other one, 110, 110, 92. That can't be right. Yeah, no, that can't be right, because we can't have two similar totals here. Oh, actually we do. That's crazy. Oh, because the order is repeated. So it seems everything is working fine. It's just that this should come after the table. So where is this? So I'm going to move that and put it here after the table. And then what I will do is now add a style and say float. Or if you want, you can just have a class. Since there's bootstrap, you can say pull right, like so. Or you can say float right if you don't have bootstrap, or if you don't like using bootstrap, like me. Okay, so we have a grand total there, we have the order number, and we have the order details right here. Okay, very good. All right, so I'll see you in the next tutorial where we continue